Hey, what's up? Welcome to Edge of Illumination. It is Renee. If you have walked away from a narcissist and you are going through a glow up, you're feeling great, you're feeling better about yourself, maybe you have a brand new lease on life, maybe you went back to school or you started your businesses, you're feeling great, just know the narcissist is in the background watching you. And not only are they watching you, but they do plan on re-entering your life. And I'll explain why. When the narcissist came into your life, he saw you as a supply that he was going to keep until you were discarded. They see people as objects. They use them and they discard them. And as a result, by you walking away and smiling and glowing and feeling good, they resent this for many reasons. Number one, the idea that you left them and now you're feeling good about yourself, you're happy, you're full of life, and they're irrelevant to you drives them crazy. It's not good for their ego. It's not good for the fake illusion that they have built up about who they are and their self. So that's number one. Number two, by you leaving this narcissist, you essentially flipped it on them. See, the narcissist wants you to see them as a star. They want you to chase after them and they want you to act like a groupie, even though you're not. Essentially, when you guys first met, it was equal. It was balanced. They might have even put you on a pedestal, but they were trying to get you to essentially get so addicted to them that you would then start to chase them after they walked away, left, and did whatever it is they wanted to do. This is because when you were with them, all those positive feelings and emotions you were feeling, they wanted you to associate that with them. They wanted to be your joy. They wanted to be the only thing that made you happy and kept you going. And then they wanted to use that to pull the strings and to be able to juggle you, manipulate you, and mistreat you. Since you walked away from them, however, they were not only unable to do this, but it challenges the entire illusion they set up in their head. Now they're watching you, they're monitoring you, they're seeing what you're doing, they're getting upset by your happiness, and as a result, they want to turn the tables. So they do plan on making a grand reappearance and entrance into your life because they want to switch everything on you. They want to make you feel like your awakening or your newly found new lease on life or your happiness was the illusion and they were what was real. And they will use almost any manipulation tactic possible in order to make this happen. So if you have blocked them and gone no contact, this is oftentimes not enough. You have to stay aware that they may try to come in at a later point in time when you least expect it. I'll give you a good example. So there was a woman, a beautiful woman. She was dating a guy around the time she was like 19 or 20. And he was a bad boy. He was rough around the edges. He did seem like he was a narcissist. And they had an up and down, off and on relationship. He was cheating. He was doing a lot of the things that narcissists do to women. And she finally managed to break away from the relationship. So she broke away, went back to school, became a nurse, and ended up becoming a nurse practitioner, which is very hard. She ended up starting not only one, but multiple clinics. She started a nonprofit organization to help women be empowered when it came to business skills and things like that. She, on top of that, was a fitness buff and would go to the gym every day and would hold a live stream or take pictures for her audience so they could all participate together in daily healthy living. She then ended up marrying a very successful man, also college educated. They bought a beautiful home and she had became a millionaire. About 10 or 11 years had gone by since she had been with the narcissist. Everything seemed perfect. She'd even had local news reports about her and was a role model to a lot of women. And then, like magic, this narcissist reappears and tempts her to re-engage. It started off with just a nice lunch, something simple, something small. And then it ended up being a full-on, hey, we should go on a vacation together to an island. Let's jump on the cruise. We can take a private boat. And he ended up taking her on a trip to some little island with just the two of them. She brought her bikini along and he said, we should take pictures together. And she was drinking and having a good time. As she got caught up, he was now working allegedly as a music producer and living an exciting lifestyle and on the edge with a lot of stuff that he was doing. And she was intrigued and got caught up and ended up even getting twin tattoos where she had his name, he had her name. And then he showed the pictures to her husband. This caused a lot of chaos within her life. But she promised to go to therapy and they would work it out. Somehow he was able to lure her out again. She went out again and I believe told him that she was going to break it off with him. The next thing you know, she goes back, tells her husband he's infuriated this time, wants to file for divorce or something along those lines. But then everything after that goes dark. She is found missing. For weeks, investigators could not figure out what happened, and it turned out it was actually the girls that would tune into her live streams. They called. They were like, what's going on? We haven't seen her, heard from her. Her family got involved. They were trying to figure out now where their daughter had went. Unfortunately, her husband is suspected alongside possibly the ex who was involved, and some other people were involved with her passing. And they found her in bits and pieces around her city. Now, that story is not to scare anyone. It's to say that, and this was a cautionary tale, this girl had it all together. She was intelligent, smart, but how could someone like that fall into the temptation of a narcissist? Because he charmed her. He knew her weaknesses. It turned out he had been studying her the entire time in the background. He knew what her weaknesses were. He resented, I'm sure, watching her happy and living this wonderful life without him. So he put together a plan that he was going to come back into her life and destroy it. And that's what I mean by narcissists play for keeps. They don't play around just to have a little bit of fun and then that's it. They actually plan on having the girl fully dependent on them, seeking them out, and chasing after them perpetually. So be aware that even if you're doing great right now and you're healed, to keep strong boundaries, right? What happened to the girl, which is absolutely terrible, could have been prevented by keeping strong and firm boundaries. That as much as she wanted to see the guy, you know, he looked better than ever. He was cooler than the guy she married. She married kind of like a, you know, computer scientist, you know, different type of a person. Where this guy came back in with tattoos and muscles. He was living on the edge and allegedly came into some money and, you know, doing different stuff that probably wasn't even real. But she became like a schoolgirl again and she lost her sense of values and her boundaries. So keep strong boundaries no matter what. So even if it's been 5 years since you were last with a narcissist, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, keep strong and firm boundaries. Because typically when the narcissist tries to re-enter your life the next time, it's usually worse. When you left the narcissist, you essentially put them in the role they wanted you to be in. They're checking their emails for you. They're looking at your social media on fake accounts. They're trying to find ways to re-enter your life. They're thinking about you quite a bit. When you walked away from the narcissist, you turned the tables. Now the happier you are, the better you're feeling, the more they are getting upset and the more they are watching you. So don't think that they're not resenting this and plotting against you in the background. And if this means bringing in their best manipulation possible, pretending like they had a spiritual awakening or pretending like they found a new religious experience that changed their whole life or pretending like they're a different man or woman in order to be back with you, they will do whatever it takes because their whole goal is to get you hoodwinked and to get you hooked on them. And once that happens, they want to do something to where next time you won't be able to heal from them. So that could mean doing something really mean, or that could mean repeating the same cycle but more intense. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep firm boundaries. You're doing a great job. I know it's extremely hard and it's not quite as easy as people say when they're like, oh, just block them, don't worry about them, don't think about them. There are a little bit more things that you have to put in place because unfortunately narcissists do not change and will try at some point to re-enter. So especially depending on the type of narcissist that you're dealing with. So I hope you have an awesome, fun, great, amazing rest of the day. And until next time, if you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe, set the notification bell for all so you won't miss any more extremely important and helpful videos. And until next time, have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.